Hey there, everybody. Welcome to the first episode of Trail Mix Tales. We are going to be playing through the Fist of the Ruby Phoenix adventure path, and, we would like to introduce ourselves to you all first. I'm Spence. I'm going to be the game master for this stream. I have been playing this game for far too long, and RPGs for even longer. Today we discovered that I have been playing tabletop RPGs longer than some of our players have been alive.
Wow.
Yeah.
Woo.
That didn't make me feel old at all, Joanne. That not anyway. Um, let's just go around and introduce ourselves to these fine folks.
Next, who's around? I'll go.
Uh,
Hi,
you go.
my name is Chris. I am the owner of Skulltale Entertainment LLC. I play in a few shows. I game master quite a bit. I think the next thing on list is I am game mastering for Gen Con. So if you're interested in that, you can kind of check all the Paizo news for Gen Con there. But I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to see what this game's all about. I'm not familiar with Adventure Pass, so this is a new thing for me.
Just continue around the circle. Hamna, I think you're up next.
All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Humna. I use any and all pronouns, and I am a TTRPG performer. You can find me on Twitter at @shahid_, where I talk about all of the different projects that I'm a part of. And today I will be playing Chungaze Azimi, our gnome changeling fighter. Word of caution: this is my first Pathfinder game like ever, so let's be gentle as I learn this system. But I'm really excited to get through it.
I think it's a good thing because I think that it'll mean that there might have to be some pausing to explain rules, which will be good for people who may also not know the system quite as well. And continuing around, Yvonne, you're up.
All right, my name is Yvonne, and by day I am a TPRPG writer slash freelancer, and I am going to be playing Dea, who's our Asimar bard, but she's a very gothic Asimar bard. Yeah, and this is sort of probably my second Pathfinder game. Like in terms of Adventure Path, I GM Abominable Vaults also in private, and I'm really excited going into this adventure path because I was one of the writers for the second book.
Yay. And
Mhm.
Joanne.
Hi, I'm Joanne. I use she, her pronouns. I'm Korean American, and by night, I do some freelance writing. I also did some contributions to this book, some of the monsters that we might see later on in the AP, but I'm super excited to get a chance to play and to be here.
Excellent. Thank you all so much. Now, we do want to let everyone know that there is likely to be fantasy violence, gore, and in this episode, spiders. I don't think there was. Oh, and death and undead. We're going to try to be as upfront about those things as possible, and sometimes if you go in a different direction than I expect, I might miss, like, I didn't expect you to get to that encounter, but we're going to try to be thorough. Where was I? Right, we were starting. I was just looking at the captions and marveling at the fact that the Google auto captions recognize the word Asimar, but not the word Korean. So, oh, nope, it got it that time.
Uh,
It said you were crying American.
oh,
I
well,
hate to see
Uh,
it, Google.
is it
Fair.
wrong?
Yeah. Anyway, with.
well,
I'm
Right.
sorry.
Trail Mix Tales, we are a brand new channel. We do want to mention that we are trying to focus on good representation and positive and dramatic storytelling. We all come from a variety of different backgrounds. Most of us are Asian or Asian American, so we do want to get to represent that side for us. But we do want to let you know that we do come with a variety of backgrounds, sexualities, and ethnicities, and we always aim to tell a good story. So we are inviting you to our campfire tonight. So bring your trail mix, bring your snacks, and enjoy the show.
With all of that said, let's get into the game. 8 ships sail across the sea from Goka. On each one, 4 teams destined for the qualifying round of this year's Ruby Phoenix tournament. headed for the island of Bonmu, or as it has been renamed for this qualifying round, Danger Island. The excuse me. You share a boat with a couple of interesting teams. Hannah's Hundreds, who are, well, they seem to have gone for quantity more than quality in selecting their team, in that they are, well, there aren't hundreds of them, but there's a lot. You also, a team of, oh man, I forget what they're called in the game. The Galarian equivalent of Vikings. Those guys from the far north, as from the land of the Linorm Kings, and a team that calls themselves the Cavalry, who are simply a team of corgi-riding fae, who have been invited into this year's tournament. 32 teams in all are heading to Bonmu. Only 8 of you will make it through. Ulfin, thank you, Jordan, in the chat. That is exactly the word I was looking for. Ulfin. This is the point in our stream where I realize that I have forgotten to open the Adventure Path PDF, and therefore can't read the box text until I do so. Please stand by. It was never going to start smoothly.
Well, I imagine that we are kind of standing in our little group going like, why can't we just come up with a name like the Cavalry? Why like we can't go into the next round like this. We have to come up with a name. We have to do something.
The Ulfin team are called, let's see which ones are I have a whole bunch of teams here and I can't remember which one they are. Oh, Winter's Roar. Led by a half-orc by the name of Ernok Lostwind, who has been sort of standoffish, sort of in the you will prove yourself to be on the battlefield or not at all sort of way. Meanwhile, the corgi-riding fae on the Cavalry have just been the most gregarious things you've ever seen. Now, the island of Bonmu. Yoona, you're a lore master. Give me a, it's just lore master lore that you can use for anything, right? Is one of your abilities. Give me a lore master lore check. Yes.
You know, right off the bat, starting with a roll that I don't know how to make. So here we go, team.
We love learning the game together.
And for people in the chat, yes, there is an entire team of corgi-riding fairies.
Corgi.
Okay. Here we go.
Oh, so close to being a nat 20, but still. So what's the total on that?
The total is 31.
31. Okay. So you know... I really need to add a cough button to my stream deck. You know that this island, it was the home of an ancient empire of Taumata, which spanned most of what is now modern-day the Minatan Islands. That empire fell during the Earthfall disaster millennia ago. An event that the local folklore assigns to vengeful gods, angered at the country's blasphemy. Most of Taumata was lost, with only a handful of structures and relics surviving the cataclysm, and shattered its countless islands into countless islands that make up the archipelago now. Among this archipelago lies the small island of Bonmu, once the location of one of Taumata's capital cities and featuring one of the most complete collections of ancient Taumatan architecture and artifacts. Several millennia after the Empire's destruction, a large number of Tianxings discovered Banmu and took residence among the abandoned structures. They made the island a center of religious worship, repurposing many of the temples of now forgotten gods into temples of Tianxing deities like Gozre, Haifeng, and Irori. The new Banmuans enjoyed peace and prosperity for decades until 4606, a year which I'm like 90% certain is the year that Aridin disappeared on the other side of the world. Here, a massive tsunami struck the western Arcadian coast and pulled much of the ocean away, creating temporary land bridges between the islands that lasted for days. Terrifying creatures from the nearby Valashmai jungle, including Mogaru, a massive saurian kaiju, which then just devastated the islands. I was pausing there mainly because I knew someone in chat was going to say, "Did you just say kaiju?" Yes, I did. The islands were abandoned shortly thereafter. Since then, this island has had an ill reputation, although most pragmatists, including apparently the tournament organizers, disregard these rumors as nothing more than superstition. That is what you get with your 31.
And I sit here thinking, wonder what kaiju tastes like. I wonder if we'll encounter one and have a chance to find out.
May I make a knowledge roll to know if kaijus are edible?
Is this our goal now as a party, is to eat a kaiju?
I see no reason why not. What knowledge would you like to roll for this?
I think I have like a general just bardic knowledge roll that I can make for anything.
You do. Go ahead.
Okay. This is
Kaiju
either going
barbecue.
to end
Kaiju barbecue.
horrifically or be the best thing ever. Bardic knowledge, here I go. Roll. And that is 24 on the bardic knowledge roll.
That's enough to know that each kaiju is extreme. Every kaiju is an individual. A kaiju's a kaiju, no matter how small or large. And you really need to find one that's good eaten if you want, but many of them will not be, given that some of them are made of, pure lightning. Like, it's going to be difficult to find an edible kaiju.
Okay.
And when you get to the islands... I'm sorry, someone said something?
I was just saying, I could eat lightning,
True. Okay. The ships land on the docks on the southwestern edge of the island. And all of the entrants, all 32 teams, line up on the beach where they stretch, practice techniques, spar with each other. And after a few minutes, a cloister of red and gold outfitted monks arrives at the docks and calls the assembly to order. One of the monks meets with each team and introduces themselves as the team's attendant on Banmu. Your attendant is a woman named Ingdani. Ingdani is a Tianxing monk, and she explains that she descends from one of the families who fled to escape the kaiju attack, and knows much about the island from secondhand accounts of her parents and grandparents. She also gives you... I need to switch over to a different window to do this. She also gives you this hand-painted map of the island. You are currently here. In fact, let me make that a little bit more. You are currently there on the X. This map will be revealed as we do our exploration, because book 1 is largely a sandbox. As she's introducing herself and hands you this and starts pointing up into the jungle to the northeast where you'll be heading, a hush falls over the crowd as a wizened man steps onto one of the docks and clears his throat. Even the ocean's waves seem to cease their crashing for a dramatic moment, and the man speaks in a loud, clear, and obviously magically amplified voice. I am Sifu Zhou Nuo, emissary of the Ruby Phoenix Tournament and guardian of the legacy of Hao Jin, the immortal sorcerer in whose name you are gathered here. Know that in simply receiving an invitation to qualify for the tournament, you have already earned a place among the greatest fighters Galarian has ever known. However, only 8 teams may continue on to the tournament proper, and that is why you are here today. Welcome to the island of Bon Mu, or, as dubbed by Lady Hao Jin, Danger Island. This will be your home for the next few days, and it is here where you will earn the right to enter the tournament. Bon Mu is vast. It is a place of ancient ruins and sites left untouched by the centuries. Lady Hao Jin has reclaimed this place and picked out a suitable location for each team to reside during their stay. Of course, nothing is given freely at the Ruby Phoenix tournament. Each team has been assigned a specific location somewhere on the island, but many of these sites are filled with dangerous creatures or worse. It falls to you to make your site safe. Within your residence, you will find the Phoenix Necklace and 3 silver feathers. Your mission here is to acquire and keep 7 more such silver feathers. Without further delay, I leave you to the whims of Bon Mu. The Pre-Qualifier begins at sunrise tomorrow. May the worthiest win. At that, the teams burst into excited conversations with their escorts and rush toward their residences. Danger Island awaits. Also, I'm going to show you all a picture of this guy, because I want to. That would require that I have actually... No, I just have things here that say NPC 1 and NPC 2. Why would this be any easier than that?
While
Go
we're
ahead.
to our residences, I think Chengez is going to sort of like elbow the nearest party member and just kind of whisper like, seems a little odd that for a tournament with so many resources that they wouldn't have cleared out this island for us. Don't you think?
Were you saying that to one of your fellow teammates or one of the other folks?
One of our teammates.
Okay.
It's a time to prove our worth and go forward. Why would they do that for us? We must do this. We must be those people and make all of Goka proud.
Well, I'm here to fight people, to fight fighters, not to fight animals.
Oh, I'm certain though there may be some of that coming up soon. And there's more than one way to get a feather.
You think the creatures here have feathers?
No, I mean, never mind. Just.
No. I think you're onto something here. No, hold up.
The other teams will have feathers.
Yes, but I'm talking about the animals.
I'm not worried about the animal. I'm worried about the other teams.
Okay.
You say you want to fight people. They're other teams.
We have to survive the animals to fight people.
Yes, but we're. I'm thinking ahead.
I don't think we want animal feathers. I don't think that's what they intended.
So,
Okay, but we should make that plan B though. If we can't get enough feathers, we should just find like a silver bird or something and just,
so incidentally,
that
there
might be
is
cheating. We'll see.
there is now a picture of Ingzani on your screen. So she says, as we walk, allow me to explain the way the feathers system works. And she leads you up from the docks. She says, there are some basic rules for the tournament that you should know. First of all, the commands of the emissary and his agents, including myself, are to be obeyed at all times, and the emissary's word is final. The emissary employs a number of enforcers to maintain order on the island. To qualify for the tournament, you must collect a total of 10 feathers. You can collect feathers by challenging other teams to combat over the course of the next 2 days, starting at sunrise tomorrow. If you challenge a team, they must accept or be disqualified. If you are challenged, you must accept or be disqualified. You must wager between 1 and 3 feathers. The challenged team must match your wager if they can, or if they cannot, wager all of their feathers. No contestant may leave Bonmu for any reason until the conclusion of the qualifying round, unless you are disqualified or lose all of your feathers. The qualifying round lasts for a total of 3 days. On the 3rd day, any team with a complete set of feathers can visit Mount Haminabu to confirm your entry into the tournament by presenting your necklace and 10 feathers. Once 8 teams have done so, the qualifying round is over, and all remaining teams are disqualified. There will be other challenges set by the enforcers in which you can win feathers over the course of these days, but the primary way you will do so is by fighting. And as she says this, the 4 sprites on Corgis go riding by like, ha-ha, we're gonna get your feathers! And they gallop their Corgis down the beach. So you watch Corgi Butt just vanishing off into the distance.
Bea gets very distracted.
And I keep forgetting whenever I mention the Corgis that there are new people in chat who didn't know there were Corgis already. So I'm really amused at every time they come up. I really need to stat them out, because I'm assuming you're going to challenge them sometime in the next 3 days.
Those little ones with the wings, they should be our first battle.
I don't want to
do
see
it
them in the
tonight.
next round.
I haven't statted them out yet.
Chaos for the GM.
Yeah, make me spontaneous. That'll be like, we'll be right back as soon as I have statted out 4 Corgi riding pixie knights. Anyway, as you head up into the jungle, I'm going to reveal this entire hex because that's how this works. And your guide takes you to a ruined temple, essentially. It's an old Temple of Irori. And we will get to that in a moment, because on the way, she is going to point out a few other things. Just to the south, here, I realize that ping is so big it doesn't really help. The one that is just to the west of the docks is what is called a stone market. Now, the stone markets are, well, apparently I can't click on them while you are in that zone, so I'm going to have to open it somewhere else. So knowing that you would need access to armor, weapons, and supplies, Hao Jin tasked the Church of Abadar with creating a few specific huts on Bonmu that connect to the markets of the Cliffside Court in Goka. They're just simple stone buildings, each with a one-way window, or a window through which you can talk to someone back at the markets and they can hand things through to you, but you can't go in and you can't return to Goka that way, essentially. It's a one-way teleport. And there's just an enforcer standing there the whole time. Let's see. They sell common items up to 16th level, and they are willing to buy items from you that you find, which they will sell to tourists as unique, genuine souvenirs previously owned by famous fighters. And they buy at the normal rate of half the price, or art objects, gems, etc. for full price. And to the south of that is an arena. It appears to be a excuse me. It appears to be a very old arena, like at least hundreds, possibly thousands of years old. And she says that is the closest fighting arena. When you challenge a team, and you must challenge a team in the presence of an enforcer, including myself. Actually, no, not including herself. The enforcers are separate from the guides. Should have thought of that before I said it out loud. Oh, right, by the way, did you bring your cow? Is Xiaolong riding the cow?
I imagine we left the cow behind.
You left the cow
Did we?
behind?
Yeah, we housed it in like a really, really luxurious barn.
It's a little too dangerous out here for a cow.
I just assumed that the cow would stay sort of off to the side whenever you fought anything.
I am willing to retcon for the cow to be here.
I
I'm
would
willing-
love for the cow to be here, please.
I'm willing to barter our cow for Corgis. That's the real duel.
No, we want the cow and the corgis.
Right, we'll win the duel. That's fine. We'll get both.
Okay, so
I like the way you think.
you are riding a cow through the jungle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Check.
Wait,
I
what
believe-
is the cow's name?
I thought it was cow.
It's still cow so far. Yes. We never named the cow.
No,
So, to the south is the arena. That is where when you challenge someone, you will you will go with them to the nearest arena. It is frowned upon to kill your opponents, just so you know. Like, non-lethal damage is the order of the day. And I'm perfectly willing to rule that spells, especially things like Magic Missile or Burning Hands, like, you can have a Burning Hands that is a wave of heat, not a wave of fire, so it's non-lethal damage. Because, well, I'm not a big fan of not giving you access to a big chunk of spells because you shouldn't be killing other contestants. Unless they try to kill you first. Then, go for it. So, where was I? Right! The Temple of Irori. She also points out, off in the distance, to the north. Let me expose this on the map. Okay, that wasn't my pig. That was Joanne. Off to the north is a tower rising up. That is a transport tower. That tower will allow you to teleport to, I believe, 4 other towers on the island. So you can get around faster. We're going to go through all of the mechanics of exploration and finding things on the island probably next time, because I don't think you're going to get to do that yet. It's a fairly complex system, and I'd prefer to actually write it out for you all, and I haven't done that yet. So, the Temple of Irori. As you approach it, another team walks up to you and hails you. It is a human man with a... He's Tian... I always mispronounce this one. Tian Tang. With
Probably.
Yeah, with the Irori rebus tattooed large on his his entire chest, as well as a kitsune woman, a tengu, and I don't. Oh, and a Nagani man. I don't know if you're familiar with the Nagani. All of your PCs would be. They're serpent people, sort of bred by the Naga as a servitor race. Where was I? Right. By the way, if folks want to see custom art of our characters, I'm going to say that you should make sure to check out our tip page, which I believe there's a command for. Is there? No, I got it wrong. So, someone is impatient. Okay, we'll move on. So, yeah, this human man with sort of an open shirt waves at you. He says, "Hello, I'm Tino. Who are you?"
Everyone looks at each other like, who wants to talk to this guy? I don't want to talk to this guy. Do you want to talk to this guy?
Jungace will just kind of stride on up, seeing the awkward sort of just like, well, we don't really know who this person is. And they're just gonna like hoist their pitchfork onto their shoulder and just casually go, "I'm Jungace. And who might you be?"
Pleasure to meet you, Chengaze. I'm Tino. These are...
Yes, I mean, we got that, but who are you?
We are Tino's toughest. And they sort of pose dramatically. It's kind of the Charlie's Angels pose. I'm sure there's a more genre-appropriate one, but I don't know what it is. And he says, we're staying at the library about a half a mile north of your temple. We just wanted to meet our island neighbors. He says, so, this whole thing doesn't start until tomorrow, but will you all be up for a friendly sparring match?
Right now? Like you want to throw down right now?
Yeah. There's an arena on the way up to where we're both heading, in the direction we're both going.
Let me be clear. You want to challenge the gladiator Jungace Azimi right now? Are you sure? I don't want to demoralize you before the tournament actually even begins, you know?
Are you making an intimidate check?
Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Okay, remind me how to do that. I will just click intimidation.
Yes, that would be...
Roll. 29.
29. Okay, now I need to look up his will DC, because honestly, I didn't actually expect you to try to demoralize him. He's just a friendly monk who wants to get some practice in. 29. No, you have beaten his will DC. Well, I mean, if you think it's a bad idea, I mean, we just wanted to get some practice before everyone starts fighting tomorrow. And the Tengu next to him is like, he doesn't look so big.
Yeah, for the record, Jungace isn't big. They are like 3'4". They're a gnome, so they are not physically big at all.
Oh, I think we can probably do a little bit of warm up here and there.
It's good practice. We need practice. We always need practice. Remember, we're going to be up right at sunrise, and we're just going to go tomorrow. So might as well have this day, relax, beat some people up. No offense. And, get some rest, eat some tarts, and call it a day.
He chuckles. He's like, we'll see what happens. Are you visibly wearing a holy symbol of Irori?
Yes.
He says, he says something about the path to perfection is certainly littered with opportunities to hone oneself on fellow believers. I'm certain that one of us may beat the other one up, but it's all in the pursuit of our goal.
But by definition of a challenge, one of us is going to beat the other person. That's the point of sparring.
Yes, my friend. I was trying to be deep and failing because your GM is not great at improvising.
Make a tries to be deep roll.
Oh, he'll just make a religion check. He's actually pretty good at it. Where are his skills? That's a 30 on his try to be deep. So
Maybe you got a point.
okay, so he says this is Jiyuk, and gestures to the Kitsune.
Rainbow?
Nope, the
Oh,
Kitsune.
okay.
Oh god, have I been saying the wrong one? I know 5e and Pathfinder, one of them is Tengu and one of them is Kenku, and I keep forgetting which one.
Tengu is
It's-
Pathfinder. Tengu.
Okay, that's what I thought. Tengu. He gestures to the Tengu, says, "This is my old friend Takatora, and that is Yabin the Just, and the Nagani, whatever he is, just goes, Nagaji, that's what they're called. The Nagaji just sort of leans on a staff and just stands there being enormous at you.
I like that one.
It definitely fills the space.
Oh, yeah. In fact,
I
here.
stay on top of a cow.
Let me again.
I forgot you
you're
were on a
top of
cow.
This is him.
Uh-oh. I thought it'd be.
So, Tino and their guide, as well as your guide and you. Why is it not closing that? There we go. Head over to that arena I mentioned. And they go and gather on the other side of the arena and leave you to place yourself over on this side.
It seems that this arena has seen better days.
Tino laughs. He says, "Certainly, but from what I've seen, nearly every structure on this island has seen better days." Now,
Fair.
the tree...
All right, then.
Just so I'm going to give you just, arg. Nope. I'm sorry. Whenever I change my view, it also changes the view that's going into the stream, so I need to turn that off. And so it just automatically went to you all. There we go. So, the walls around the arena are 10 feet high. They can be climbed with an athletics check. The fallen tree, anywhere that has foliage is difficult terrain, because it's, half-rotted foliage. And the trunk is a narrow surface that requires an acrobatics check to balance on. There is a large stagnant pool of water to the northeast, which you cannot tell how deep it is from where you are.
Is that a cliff into the water, or is that more of like a very, like a shore?
Oh, that's a shore.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's not actually a drop into the water. The water just laps up on the sand That's where water has soaked into sand. Yes. So place yourselves wherever you would like to be to start. There's not going to be any, like, what's the word I'm looking for? They're not going to ambush you.
Friendly duel and just an ambush. That'd be great.
All right.
Yoona steps forward, and as she was walking out, she kind of just says, like, this really seems like a massive waste of time and energy when we really should be saving our strength to actually compete in the competition. And she just kind of, like, looks at the rest of the team, like, with a look, capital L look, and then kind of gets into her fighting stance.
They're standing in the back and going, think of it as making friends, you know?
The Tengu, as he's walking down, you see him unwrap some sort of candy and pop it into his beak, and he turns to Yoona and just opens the tin in her direction.
She will accept and walk forward to take candy.
Good luck.
I open my backpack and pull out a tart.
You're eating one of the extremely powerful healing berry tarts from your backpack.
No, yeah, I'm trying to get Yoona to come back to the team. I'm offering. Like,
I thought it was for the other
tart.
team.
I'll come back. I'll come back.
No,
she's conflicted.
no, it's a very nice candy. Yoona's the youngest of you. He's an old Tengu. He wanted to give you candy. That sounded weird. He wanted to... There's no way I can save that, so we're just gonna move on.
No.
The cow has stayed outside of the arena. We're not dealing with cow-mounted combat. So, just looking. Okay, so what we're going to do then is initiative. And you should all be in Foundry at this point. I need to just select
Do we
everybody.
have a chance to draw our weapons before that if we want to?
Absolutely.
Okay. Then I'll draw my rapier beforehand.
Okay, yeah. No spell casting beforehand? Like, no
I
pre-buffing?
already have mage armor prepared for basically until the next preparation.
You always have mage armor, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's see. So if you look at the encounters tab and we've started rolling initiative. Well done. I don't know why it says...
I was just like, I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah, just do it. So everybody hit the die button for your initiative.
Man, Chungus is slow, which I guess
20,
makes sense.
27.
Yes, but you also rolled like a 2.
That's fair.
Yeah. Unfortunately, 3 of them rolled better than any of you.
Fine.
Happens.
It does.
It's a pity round.
Pity.
They're very eager.
It's not a pity round. I do, however, need to take a moment and start combat music.
So while we're waiting for combat music, what does everybody's character look like in this moment as you're all preparing for combat?
Yeah. Shilong is kind of standing there, kind of has his staff planted on the ground. He does carry a kind of like a dark wooden staff, and at the top has a red lantern on it with a gold dragon kind of embroidered on it. And he's pretty like his weight is definitely in his legs, like he is like in a stance, but his top half looks fairly relaxed, like he's not even really focused on it. In fact, he's more focused on giving Yoona this treat to hold on to if she wants it.
Yoona, what does your pre-combat look like?
So Yoona is wearing like a bright red breastplate that has like two dog heads kind of engraved on it. And she draws a pole arm with kind of like a blade that also has some pointy bits on it. And as she pulls it out, it starts flaming. And she just like holds it aloft and is still looking at the rest of her teammates like, why are we doing this?
Now, does Yoona have a tail or just horns?
She does have a tail, but it is concealed under her armor.
But she has the black ram horns?
Yes, which I completely forgot to mention until right now. Yes.
I love the picture of Yoona, is adorable, just
Thank
with
you.
the black hair and the horns. What is Dea doing to prep for the fight?
Dea sort of, she's still in her kind of usual performance outfit, which is, imagine basically a gothic Lolita kimono cross with very long sleeves. She draws her rapier, kind of stands in sort of a more upright position. And she actually has like a mask that's completely white with the exception of basically bloody lips. And she's going to pull that on and basically put it on proper instead of just having it hanging on her side, the side of her head.
Badass.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think we've gotten from Cengiz yet.
Yeah. So Cengiz is, like I mentioned, he's a gnome, so he's really short. He's like 3'4", standing there in their breastplate. They fight with a pitchfork, so they've just kind of got their pitchfork just on their shoulder, like very casually kind of leaning, not really even looking like they're prepared for battle necessarily. It's kind of clear that he thinks that this is going to be over pretty quickly and that they're going to win. Specifically, his skin is like a light brown. One eye is a sandy brown color and the other is blue-gray. And his hair is teal. It's really long, but he keeps it up in like a tight bun high on his head.
Okay. The fight starts with Yabin the Just, the massive snake man in the background, with a enormous bow staff. And he... Why not? He's gonna open with a magic missile. He's gonna open with a full 3-action 5th level magic missile. And that
This is supposed to be a warm-up?
Okay, fine. He won't do that.
No, go for it.
Nope,
go for
nope,
it.
nope.
No, go for it. Go for
please,
it.
Please do it.
Okay.
It gives us permission to do whatever
Yes.
we have in our back pocket.
However, it's force, so it's non-lethal. Because I say so. And it is going to do, let's see. He's casting 1 missile each at Dea, Shalong, and Cengiz. So, nope, it's not 1d4 plus 1 because it's a 5th level cast. It's 5d4 plus 5. So let me try that a different way. Dea, you're taking 16 points of magic missile damage to the face.
Ouch.
Shalong, 19 points to you. And 20 points to Cengiz.
What's 20 points when you've got like almost 200 health?
I mean, this is fair, but still, it's an opening salvo. Meanwhile, it's time for Ji-Yuk, the Kenku, who has drawn, who is basically wearing a dart in each, or wielding a dart in each hand. And they... Let's see. Going to turn the battle music down, because I'm realizing it's slightly too loud. There we go. Speed 25. So, they are going to run forward 25 feet. And are going to... is going to throw a dart at Yoona. It's a 27 to hit.
That does not hit.
I didn't think it would. Well then, for their second strike, they're not going to attempt to pin you in place. They are just going to raise their tail behind them, and a bolt of electricity is going to blast out at you for... Also a 27 to hit. So you get right out of the way. That was embarrassing. It's Tino's turn. And Tino, the monk, is going to charge right into Yoona's face and make a flurry of blows attack. That is a 29 and a 28 to hit you.
Those also don't hit, and she is kind of just like nonchalantly, like, you know, like twisting out of the way as he punches. I'm guessing punches at her.
Oh yes, he is punching. And he looks at his fists in sort of a "you have betrayed me" sort of way. Which brings us to Dea. What you doing?
Oh, I'm first. I'm surprised.
Your initiative's a 33.
Okay, I am going to start off by basically using Inspire Courage, and I'm going to say to the rest of my group, okay, you know what? It's on. And that's going to be my first action. My second action is going to be, let's see, 60 feet. I am going to cast Daze on, and I'm going to target, I'm going to target the Kitsune.
Okay. Please remind me what I need to roll for saves.
Okay. When I press cast, is it appearing or it's not?
No, that does not make it appear. To make it appear, you need to click the button, the image, the icon on the left side of the spell.
Oh, okay, I see.
All cast does is remove it from one of your spells, like it uses a spell slot.
Oh, thank you. Okay, then just please give me a second while I select my target, and I am going to press Daze.
Okay.
Please make it's a basic will save.
That is a 35.
Okay.
So it's a success.
Yeah, if it's a success, a basic will save, it basically halves the damage.
Yep. Oh, just so you know, you can alt-click to target.
Oh, okay.
I added a module that makes it a lot easier to target. Okay, so Ji-Yuke
6 points.
takes 6 damage.
Yeah.
Yoona,
And
you're up. Oh, sorry, that was all 3 actions for you, right? Days is 2 actions.
yeah, that was all 3 actions for me.
Okay, Yoona, you're up.
All right, so I have just been targeted by 2 individuals when I have done nothing. I have actively tried to avoid this battle, which is quite upsetting. So I am going to, feeling very confident, start casting a spell.
Okay. Oh yeah, he does not have an attack of opportunity. He's a monk.
Great. Ideal. Let's see. I'm clicking the icon for it. Never mind. I'm not clicking the icon for it because it is not appearing.
Interesting. What is the spell you are casting?
I am casting Ice Storm.
Oh, fun. Tell me what it does.
So I create a storm cloud that pelts creatures. A burst of magical hail deals damage to each creature below the cloud.
What is the area of the cloud?
It is a 5-foot burst at a range of 120 feet, and I'm going to center it right here.
Okay. So it's a 5-foot burst, which means it goes from an intersection.
Oh, okay.
So
well,
it would be.
Then I'm gonna center it. Oh gosh, 5-foot burst on the intersection. That definitely changes things. I'm still gonna do it, but I'm gonna center it closer. Then I'm gonna target the monk.
Okay. What does he get for a save?
He gets a basic reflex save.
Basic reflex. Not great for this level. It's a 30.
That passes.
Okay.
That is a normal success. So
Half damage.
that is correct.
Roll your damage for me.
I will do that. So that is the bludgeoning damage, and this is the cold damage. So that is 7 bludgeoning damage and 4 cold damage.
Okay, and both of those are halved.
Yes, and the area is difficult terrain.
Okay, so the monk sort of dances around, dodging hailstones, and then a, ping pong ball sized hail just cracks him in the forehead. So, next up. Oh, wait, no, you still have 1 action left.
For my last action, I am going to move. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Okay. Is your spell strike? No, it doesn't start charged. You have to charge it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Takatora, the Tengu, goes. And he is wielding a Tengu Gale Blade. A very nasty looking sword. Let's see. Yeah, he is going to rush forward and not be able to get to anyone in time to do anything cool, because all of his cool stuff are 2 actions or more. and is going to strike at Xiaolong with the Gale Blade. That's going to be a 34 to hit.
That will hit.
That will hit you. Okay. For 14 damage. 14 non-lethal damage. He's whacking you with the flat of the blade.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Not thank you.
I don't
I
know.
appreciate. I look at him. Thank you for the non-lethal.
Well, and now it's Xiaolong's turn.
So Xiaolong is like the shortest member of the party at 2'11". It's kind of like turning there to the group. It's like, we're just gonna go easy on them. It's gonna be no big deal. And then this dart comes right to his face and kind of like briefly like knocks the air out of him for a second. He's gonna turn back around. He's like, why? It was just a sparring match. And then he's going to open his mouth and he's just going to scream outward. But there's no sound actually exiting his voice. I'm going to go ahead and Dragon's Breath. I have a 30-foot cone of mental, so in theory I can hit 3 of them.
Oh, yeah. 30-foot cone. Yeah, you can get everyone right in front of you.
Great. So I'll just those 3 will need to make a will save as Xiaolong just kind of like plants his feet down and just screams with no sound actually going out.
Okay, what's the DC?
30.
30. Okay, so that is a success for Takatora. It is... Apparently I'm doing too many things because it's not... Foundry is going a little bit slowly for me. Oh, nope. The problem is I was still on the wrong screen. Tino, it is... a nat 1.
Oh,
Nice.
So a critical failure both by the number and because it's a nat 1. First nat 1 of the game.
and it's not us.
No. And a failure from Jiyuk the Kitsune.
Yeah, so planting his feet, he roars, does 43 psychic damage, which will be, 86 to the crit fail.
Oh, yes.
Uh,
Let's see. I got a 86 to him. 21 to the one who made it. And 43 to the one who failed.
And we're going to go ahead and drop down into a crane stance.
Okay, then. Next up is Chengiz.
Yeah. Okay, I have a question.
I have an answer. Let's see if they match.
What kind of weapon does Jiyuk use?
Jiyuk uses darts and claws.
Okay, is there like a blowgun that they are blowing the darts out of?
No, they are thrown.
They're thrown. Okay. All right, cool. In that case, so Cengiz is just gonna walk over slightly, look at Jiyuk with just this like smirk on their face, and they're going to drop into their disarming stance. With their pitchfork out at the ready, they are going to run towards Jiyuk and try and like slice open whatever pouch or bag or wherever Jiyuk is keeping their darts and try to like essentially have them like spill out onto the floor.
Okay, then.
So we're gonna try an athletics check against your reflex DC.
Okay. Oh, it's just, yeah, it's a straight disarm.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
29.
It's a tie. Tie goes to the defender.
I goes to, yeah.
No. Okay. I think that's it.
Is this
in terms
is
of
this a good time
relative
to talk about hero points?
It is.
Are you...
So, hero points. You start each session with 1 hero point. I will give you more for doing cool things. I will also probably forget, so I strongly recommend people point at me and say, that should have gotten a hero point. Hero point will allow you to re-roll a roll if made after the roll, or if used before the roll, allows you to roll twice and take the higher.
Okay, I would like to re-roll that.
Okay.
I want this to work. If I roll lower, I'll cry. Okay, 30. So I just beat
That's
it.
one point.
That is success. This doesn't really work with the disarm rules because the disarm rules are for things that they're holding. But you know what? I like it. So you run up to Ji-Yuke and you stick the tine of the trident. I'm going to call it a trident. You can keep calling it a pitchfork if you like. Into basically behind the small quiver of darts that rests against her thigh, and flip them off, and they're just stuck on the end of your trident now.
And that's my turn.
Yes, it is.
Just
Is
waving
it?
around this trident. With
No,
a
I
bag
think
of
you have one
darts.
action left.
Was moving not an action because I moved?
Yeah, you
You
did
have 3 actions.
3 actions.
Oh, okay,
I found
cool. I'm just gonna say that's my turn for now.
Okay.
You can still attack, actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do that. Let's attack.
You
this
can
person.
stab her with her own darts.
Okay. 27.
Yeah, that's a miss.
We tried. We tried to stab with the darts.
Yeah. The darts, which are in a quiver, I realize it would not have been particularly effective. Also, lethal damage frowned upon. But anyway. So it's Yabin the Just's turn. And let's see. Yabin the Just is going to call out to his friends to get down. And then is going to return Dragon Breath. However, this time, it's a 60-foot line of fire. So I need a reflex save from Xiaolong and Dea. Wait, is that... How far is it? Yep, it's...
As he casts that, I would like to use my reaction to cast Insulating Safeguard on myself and Xiaolong.
Okay, what does it do? Or did you already drop
It
into
basically
chat?
chooses one type of energy, and then basically the 2 of us will gain resistance 10 against the energy type. So we're going to gain 10 fire, basically resistance to fire 10.
Okay. So that is...
And I need a reflex.
Yep, I need a reflex save from both of you.
I would like to use my hero point to reroll that.
Okay, I will tell you that is just a failure. You're welcome to use a hero point to reroll, but...
Hero point.
And
Nice.
that is a critical success. Okay.
Nice. I rolled a 36.
That is a success, not a critical success.
All right.
So... so you take 14 damage.
All right. As this hit comes towards me, I kind of like already see what's going on. Like I'm very familiar with kind of these dragon based attacks, and from their perspective, it looks like it just hits me right on, and I just start to burn. And I'm going to react using Drop Dead.
Sholong dies. That's the end of the combat.
So it just looks like I just ate it completely, and this flame just comes up there, and like maybe there's like a scream of pain or something like that, and he is just like goes down.
Okay. So the rest of you have just seen Xiaolong fall down dead.
I have a question for Sholong. Is this something that we would have seen you do in previous combats? Like, is this something we're used to?
We've been training every day at 4 a.m. for 12 hours a day. We have at least practiced this at least twice.
Okay, cool. So then in that case, Chungaze anyway is going to try and like feign surprise, but is not actually surprised at Sholong being on the ground.
Okay, please make me a deception check.
Ooh, okay. That's spicy. Let's try that. Deception. 30.
Okay, I'll bear that in mind. Meanwhile, Tino and Takatora and Ji-Yuke all turn around and look at the Nagaji with a look on their faces of, dude, what the fuck? Excuse me. We never said this was not safe that this was child appropriate. Yeah, they look back at him with like, what? You killed the kobold, man. Yeah, Ji-Yuke is actually going to Ji-Yuke is going to hold their turn. Tino is going to drop down and attempt to make a medicine check. I need to look at this.
I'm assuming if he interacts that he can grant the perception check. I don't know how his spell works. It just sounded cool.
Yeah, when he interacts with it, he gets a perception check to disbelieve. Let me make his perception check. What is your spell DC on that?
30.
He failed the perception check. He is attempting CPR essentially on this illusory kobold corpse. No, not CPR. He's attempting to like put burn salves on like and revive you. Damn.
Pretty funny.
Oh, I'm sort of like, should I play this? Should I play along with this, or should I not play along with it? I am going to play along with it first by walking up to Xiaolong. Well, walk. And then I am going to, let's see. I had something perfect here. Okay. And then I'm going to say, sometimes maybe you should watch out a little bit. And I am going to cast in a cone. Unfortunately, this is only 30 feet, so I'm only going to catch the 3 of them. And I'm going to cast Vampiric Insanguination.
Oh. So gloves are off, is what we're saying.
If there's a non-lethal way I could cast this, I would, but...
If there's a non-lethal way you can cast a spell that sucks their blood out of their body and into you?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay.
The answer is that does not exist.
But the gloves are off. Yes, indeed.
Oh, so you're still doing it. Okay. Cast the spell. They get a fortitude save.
Yeah. Nice.
I'm like low-key hoping that they save because I don't want to be responsible for like 3 deaths.
Yeah,
it's okay. I have soothe. I can heal them.
What's the DC on that? Was 29. So that's a fail.
Yeah.
That's a failure from Tino.
Okay, so he just takes 38 points of damage.
Yup. And Takatora. That's another failure. Full damage. And Jiyuk with the worst fort save of the bunch. Nat 1.
Okay.
Damn, what have you done?
We may have overkilled. Just
Okay, they have lots of hit points, I'm
Is
sure.
Is it a basic? Yeah, it's a basic fortitude. So, I mean, not Tino. Tino's down to like. Yeah, Tino's not looking so hot. And I need to do the damage, the double damage to Jiyuk.
And I also, Jim, I'll need your ruling on this. It says I gain temporary hit points equal to half the damage a single creature takes from the spell. If Jiyuk takes double damage, does that mean I get 38 points of...
You have 38 temporary hit points.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's see. Okay. Who's up next?
And I believe that's all of my actions.
That is, in fact, all of your actions. Yoona, where to you?
So at first, when Shulong went down, I was like, okay, we've practiced. I know this drill. And then seeing Dea come out and just go out on this team, I'm like, oh wait, maybe it's not a drill. Maybe this is real. Maybe this is life and death here. And I extend my hand out, and centered on the teammates here, to include the monk. I am going to generate a flaming vortex. So it is a 5-foot radius, 40-foot tall cylinder of, it's not fire, like I'm not trying to kill these people, but it's very hot. And they get a basic reflex save.
I really don't think that's going to catch all. It's a 5-foot radius, so it's a 4x4, or it's a 2x2.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get these two here. Sorry, you can't see me pinging.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. So, what do they get for saves?
Basic reflex.
And your save DC is what?
It is 29.
Okay. Well, we have a success from Tino and a success from Takatora.
So they take half damage on, oh gosh, I combined the damage there, so I'm not sure what the breakdown is.
That's
okay,
fine.
It's 8 and 8, so, bludgeoning and fire.
Okay. Tino is looking rough. Like, he took one of the bludgeoning, whatever they were, right to the eye, and you can see it already becoming a black eye. And he just looks sunburned from this non-lethal heat vortex. Is that your full turn?
That is all 3 of my actions.
Okay. Takatora is looking not particularly happy. He's not looking very badly hurt. He's just, this was supposed to be a fun sparring match, and now we've got a apparently dead kobold, as well as 2 of his teammates very hurt. However, as Takatora took that damage, nope, never mind, that doesn't work, you're too far away. Takatora is going to peck at Dea with his beak. And that's going to be a big old miss with a 25.
Miss.
And got to follow up with a swing with the Gale Blade. Also a 25.
Miss.
And is going to step back to attempt to get out of melee. Next up, too many tabs open. Sherlong, where to you?
I don't know. I feel bad now.
Good. I tried to warn you off of. Well, no, you didn't do anything wrong. That spell is actually super cool.
It's Dea's fault.
Oh, it's 100% Dea's fault. These are supposed to be these are supposed to be the nice, friendly neighbors that you all bond with, and they're like your buddies through the adventure path.
Yeah, well, you know, you win some, you lose some. We can't all be friends. We're gonna sneak. We're gonna try to move a little bit, half speed to move. So we're gonna roll that stealth check.
Yep.
25. I'm guessing against passive perception.
Yep.
So you do that, and then, I'm whispering in a Chinge's ear, just as we practice, okay? And I'm going to cast haste.
Can you repeat what you whispered?
Yeah, just as we practice. And I'm going to cast haste. You get one extra action or round to attack or to move.
Chengiz, it's your turn.
Okay. So Cengiz is going to, like, seeing what is going on, is going to just sort of hold the trident with the bag of darts behind their back and say to Jiuk, "Are you ready to surrender?"
Jiuk looks around and goes, "Not quite yet. I'm having far too much fun."
With that, then, quickly, Jungez is going to kind of like flick their trident behind them so that the bag of darts kind of goes like off of the hook of it, and is going to try and do a snagging strike over onto Jiuk.
Okay.
We got a 36.
That's a hit.
All right. So now let us do damage. They take 9 damage, but also they are now flat-footed until the start of my next turn, or until they're no longer within the reach of my hand, whichever comes first.
So you just basically you swing and you grab their clothes? Sort of what happens? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Here's the thing. They're not flat-footed till the end of your next round. They're flat-footed until they're no longer unconscious.
Oh!
Because you just did 9 damage, and she only had 5 hit points left.
Well, I did ask if they were ready to surrender.
Yeah. I have very specific surrender conditions for them.
In that case, then with the body of their friend on the end of this trident, very gently, I'm not like trying to like rattle them around or anything, just going to look over at the rest of the party and kind of like give them a look like, drop your weapons. And this is an attempt at an intimidate.
Okay. You are attempting to demoralize?
Yes. 30.
They're all frightened 1.
All right. Awesome. And then Changez is going to, is it possible to move backwards with the person still attached to the trident?
No, that's not really how that works.
Okay. In that case, I'm just going to drop the person and just kind of like step over. I'm trying to like make my way over.
You're out of actions at this point.
You have hasted action.
Oh, yeah, right. So you can move. Sorry.
Yeah, you can use it to stride.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna move over here so that I have like a good view of both parties.
Okay. It is time for Yabin the Just to go. And he is, yeah, that's what he's gonna do. He is going to cast a spell. He begins muttering or speaking an incantation in Draconic, and sort of waving his bow staff around, sort of like a snake charmer cobra. Changez, I need a will save.
Oh no, nat 1.
You are confused for 1 minute with no save to end early.
Oh.
What are the consequences of being confused in this game?
Oh, don't worry. I'm going to tell you in a second.
Okay.
Is that a, let's see. Is there an auditory or visual effect to that or no?
No. Okay, so where is confused? Give me a moment while I pull this up on Archives of Deathus.
This is Pokemon, and I hurt myself in my confusion.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't think it's as bad as 2nd edition. You are flat-footed. You don't treat anyone as your ally. You can't delay, ready, or use reactions. You must use all of your actions to strike or cast offensive cantrips, or facilitate attacks such as draw a weapon, move so the target is in reach, and so forth.
It's a good thing I moved. It's a good thing I moved away from everyone.
Yes. Your targets are chosen randomly by the GM. If you have no other viable targets, you target yourself, automatically hitting but not scoring a critical hit. Each time you take damage from an attack or spell, you can attempt a DC 11 flat check to recover from your confusion and end the condition. However, I believe that because of your critical failure, that is not a thing.
I think so what is the flavor of the attack specifically that got me?
Yes, give me 1 second to look up that save thing, and then I will tell you. Okay, no, you do get, if you take damage, you actually do get your flat check. So, he begins weaving his staff, and kaleidoscopic light begins dancing off of it and flashing at the edge of your vision, sort of overwhelming your mind with input. And as it does, you start hearing, like, sounds that aren't there, and you generally begin hallucinating and becoming very confused. Ji-Yuk makes a save to stop dying. Oh, no. Ji-Yuk took some non-lethal damage, so Ji-Yuk is just unconscious. Tino is not happy with Dea. That's going to be a 5-foot step and a flurry of blows. And that is a 38 to hit and a 17 to hit.
That's a critical hit and a failure.
Yeah. 40 points of punch and damage.
Okay. Thankfully, I have temporary hit points.
Okay, he steps forward and just uppercuts you. There's no style to it. There's no monk martial arts flavor to this. It's just and he's going to take one more swing because he still has another action. Yeah, that's a 16, so no.
No.
Sorry. And Dea, it is your turn.
Okay. Do I see Changes get confused or?
You
No.
saw a spell get cast. Changes has not done anything yet that would indicate that confusion, but yes. You saw the spell be cast.
I'm gonna try and use my first action to try and see if I can talk down at least Tino. So basically, one of your party members down, one of ours is down. Let's call it a draw. Right here. How about it? And I guess I would like to use I would like to basically make a diplomacy check, except I think I can use performance to roll that.
Okay, you're doing a make a request? So...
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a big fat no.
That was a nat 1? Yeah. No, they're good. They're like...
We can keep going.
Next time one of us goes down.
Okay, in which case, and then I start spouting a bunch of occultism weirdness, and I'm going to use disturbing knowledge to try and confuse it.
I love disturbing knowledge. It is easily one of my favorite feats. Please describe how it works.
Check. Okay, so basically, disturbing knowledge, I basically list off a bunch of terrible things that might happen to him mystically, and I make an occultism check against his will DC.
Okay.
And let me find my occultism. Forgive me. Where is my occultism? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
A 40.
Oh, you beat his will DC.
Is it a critical success or no?
Yes, it's a critical success.
Okay, then he is also confused for 1 round and frightened 1.
Duly noted. So he's just still frightened. Yoona, we're over to you.
Okay. I am going to move forward. Oops, if this would let me move. And strike with my weapon.
Okay.
Oh wait, I forgot that I actually need to be 10 feet away. So I would like to be 10 feet away because I can't strike from 5 feet away.
Yeah, you can. You can strike further out. I don't think you have to be 10 feet.
Oh.
Do you?
Well,
No.
I think I do.
Some weapons, but I'm not sure about this.
That was totally... that was a first edition thing where you had to be able to, like, choke up on your weapon, but... No, I think you can go up to 10 feet.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll still stay 10 feet away because I can.
That's fair.
Yeah, that is a 34 to hit.
That is a hit.
Interesting. I don't know how to roll the damage on my strike.
If you go into the strike, you should just hit the button that says damage next to it. The strike at the when you're...
Oh, I see. That would be a total of 15 damage as I jab at our monk friend.
Okay. He also falls unconscious.
Right on. I am going to use my remaining action to sustain my flaming vortex. And I think where it is now, it actually will only hit our Tengu friend. So they get a basic reflex save as
Okay. I was gonna say, will it also hit the ones who are unconscious?
I don't think so. I think it was this square here, like this. Yeah.
That was a nat 20.
Well, here we are.
Our Tengu friend dodges nimbly out of the way, and
That's fair.
it is in fact our Tengu friend's turn, who is going to hold up their hands and say, I believe we can call you the victors of this.
I agree. As I say that, I reach into my sleeve and pull out my healer's kit and basically start healing Tino right away.
Well, I'm interested to resolve this confusion thing real quick, though.
Oh,
That's
right.
still in play.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, right. Shango's. Oops.
Time to attack.
For
It's pain time.
for 10
Actually,
rounds.
no. Keep Shango's away. Keep Shango's away.
Yeah, I'm realizing that it's time to attack for 10 rounds.
No.
It's 1 minute. I feel as though we can accomplish this via roleplay
Yes.
better
Yes.
than just having you punch yourself in the face until you fall
Yes,
unconscious.
please. Yes, please.
Can we please stockpile Shango's? I say as I start using battle medicine
Yeah.
on. Well,
You
just
use battle
healing
medicine
kit.
on the unconscious folk.
Yeah.
But
Does an invisible kobold just come out of nowhere and tackle Chengiz to the ground?
so I am going to kind of like reappear, turn off my visibility. Kind of goes like, well, that was fun. Good practice. Maybe you should do a couple more things. And I start like trying to give them pointers about all like their tactics. So you got to trust that your opponents are going to use deception. I learned that in Absalom about deceiving your opponent. Have you ever heard of that? And keeping
Absalom?
an eye on
Yes.
Chengiz as whatever whatever they're going to do.
While you're talking, I'd like you to make a perception check for me.
Is Sholong trying to say this to Chungaze or to one of the other
No,
people?
saying this to our opponents.
Okay. Who is
I'm
dealing
lecturing.
with Chengiz? I am giving you like 3 more seconds to tell me who is dealing with Chengiz before Hamna starts rolling damage.
I
have not noticed.
I don't
what's
think
going on.
I have noticed.
Okay. So all of you see Chengiz just start wailing on themselves. Like, looking around like, ha, where is, ha.
I take 8 damage. So the way that this looks is Chungaze is just out here with their trident, and they kind of look around, and when Sholong like showed up, they kind of just like were trying to hit like him instead, but managed to like trip and fall like just stumble a little bit and like hit themselves in the face by accident.
Okay. Just roll a flat check. Roll a flat d20. If you get an 11 or better, the confusion ends.
Oh, okay, cool, perfect. Let's do this, please. 7.
It does not. I am reminded of our practice game wherein Yoona just kept handing Chengiz her helmet. Roll another damage roll.
I'm gonna run over. It's like, stop! What are you doing? Stop!
Oh.
That's
I
max
take
damage.
15 damage.
Yeah, you do.
As Sholong comes over, Chungaze is going to like point the trident at you and say, "Stand back."
Okay, now but you took damage again, so now you get to take make another flat check to try to recover.
Nope, that's the wrong one. 17.
Okay, when you did max damage to yourself, you 100% snapped yourself out of it.
Oh, what the hell? Shulong, why'd you hit me?
What? Does it look like I have anything to... Just never mind. One second. And he kind of like sits there. He kind of like hits his staff on the ground a couple times as this golden energy erupts from him. He's going to cast a 3-action heal.
Okay.
So just do that. And I'll heal for 34 to everyone, besides maybe the guy in the back.
It's more than a +2, isn't it?
3 action, so I don't get the bonus.
Oh, right. I forgot that was only on the 2. Okay, yeah. So everyone gets 34 hit points back. Everyone is conscious again. And Tino sits up, rubbing his forehead. He's like, wow, that was fun. I like you guys. Here.
I got tarts. Who wants tarts?
You won these fair and square.
Good fight.
You won these fair and square. And he gives you he says, here, your prize. And he ceremoniously hands you a wand. I'm sure one of you can use this.
What?
A what?
A
What
wand.
is this?
Oh.
We weren't going to give you anything. I mean, thank you.
Don't say that.
Yes, so he gives you a wand of Death Ward.
I assume Yoona is going to be the one to take that.
Sure.
So this whole time, combat has ended, the flame tornado has dissipated. It's still like nice and warm summer breeze blowing about. She has been like nonchalantly trying to be like really subtle about it, but really not being subtle. Been staring at like the pocket that the Tengu put the candy away in. But she will.
The Tengu totally sees this and pulls the tin of candy out, and you notice that it is... You have never seen this brand of candy before. It's a confectioner it's an inner sea confectioner. It's a Chilaxian confectioner. So these are like rare imported candies. They're like Turkish Delight, if Turkish Delight was good.
Is he offering them? Or just like is he just pulling it out and like eating one for himself?
No, he's pulling it out and eating one for himself.
Okay.
He sees you looking, and he's like, one more.
I'll take it.
Okay, so Tino gives you, because I think you're the only one who can cast divine spells here, or occult spells here, a wand of Death Ward. Oh, but
I
it's
have
not
innate spellcasting.
Yeah, but it's not on your spell list, so you can't.
Okay.
I don't have occult spells on my list.
I do.
Oh, right. Dea does. Dea, you get the wand.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep, it is like I said, it's a wand of Death Ward. It gives you, I think, negative energy resistance and a bonus to death effects saves.
How do I add items?
We'll go over that when we take a break, which I'd like to do in just a moment. Additionally, actually, I don't know how you add wands, so we'll figure that out together. But the Tino also says, and you know what? We like you. We've got a couple extra of these. I've heard this island is covered in undead. I'd hate for ghosts to get the better of you before we have a chance to fight again in the tournament. And he hands you 2 rune stones with runes that are glowing a faint, pale green.
Ghost? Sorry.
Ghost or undead?
Well, he says undead, but well, no, he said both. He said I hate for ghosts to get you, and he has given you 2 ghost touch rune stones as a gift.
Okay.
We are competitors.
I know. As
Not
I
that-
said, I'd hate for ghosts to get the better of you before we have a chance to fight in the tournament.
I agree.
Let people be nice, Sholong. Come on.
Oh, all right. Do you want a tart?
Yes.
You can have one.
Thank you. He takes one of your delicious berry tarts.
Don't mind
Love
him.
it.
He's like a little bit of a hard ass, but you'll get used to it.
I go around and basically treat wounds. I think they're actually hurt more than us, so.
Oh, significantly so.
Yeah.
Well, they say, well, we have enough magic to deal with this on our own. We're off to check out our assigned base. We look forward to seeing you out there over the next few days.
Sure.
We're
Definitely.
Tino's toughest. What do you call yourselves?
I turned to the rest of the group. Have we decided on a team name yet?
The cow
The cow crew.
cow crew. That's
That's
us.
it. That's the name. We're the cow crew.
He throws
Work in progress.
He throws up the horns at you and walks away. And they
See?
head up.
They get it. They get it.
What was that perception check I asked you for like 7 minutes ago, Chris?
34. No, that was wrong.
Yeah, it's
What
a
was
34.
that? Oh, that was my heal. 34. It was a 34. Ah,
Okay.
Consistent.
So, as the fight is wrapping up, you see a patrol of enforcers climb the stairs at the north end of the arena and look down on the wall and just see how you all are doing, and they appear generally excuse me, they appear to be generally approving of, oh, they're getting in some extra practice. You do notice a very familiar looking hobgoblin leading the patrol.
I'll be by the cow.
Okay, you head out in the opposite direction. And
Who
yeah,
is this hobgoblin?
I hide behind the ledge.
I'll leave that up to Shulong to explain. And now I think we're going to take like a 10-minute break. If that's okay with everybody, because I desperately need to hydrate. We'll be back in about 10. I hope people stick around. We're gonna end at, what did we say, about 11:30 Eastern? Yeah. So we've got about 45 minutes of play left, and we'll be back. Where's my button to make us do that? Here we go. Hey everybody, we're back. Hello. We also already have our first piece of official fan art in the Discord. If you want to check out our Discord, if you look at the memes channel, you will see a picture of Cengiz riding what has to be a dire corgi based on the mount size rules. We are very happy. Yes, we will make a fan art channel. I'm shocked we did not see that already. But please, we want to talk to you. We want to be your friend. Join our Discord channel, and we will do that. It will just be fun for everybody. Anyway, where was I? Right. Game. Getting back into Foundry. So, the Temple of Irori. I believe I have... No, I don't have the correct Yoona in here. I need to add a different Yoona token.
Yeah, can you get... I think you're at my other character sheet.
Yeah, I set this one up several days ago, and there's been a lot of changes.
My bad.
Okay. So, let me... So, Ignari, I'm going to get her name wrong until I really drill it into my head, which I'm not going to do right now, leads you up the path through the jungle to this temple. And this temple requires music. Is that working? Hopefully. Yes, it is. So, the path to the temple begins at the bottom of the hill, several hundred feet from the door. Thin stone pillars carved with representations of the Master's Rebus, which is a symbol you know well from, well, living and working with Sholong for so long, line the path on both sides. A small metal brazier sits atop each pillar. The braziers are currently unlit and empty. The simple dirt path leads up to a large pair of wooden doors bearing numerous intricate carvings. Two statues, each of an androgynous human, stand to either side of the doors, though the southern statue has been knocked over and now lies in pieces in the grass. Large webs cover the temple door and the exterior walls to the northwest and southwest. Something massive writhes in the thick webs that cover the northwest walls. What are you doing?
And we are being escorted still, correct?
You are being escorted, but at this point she has sort of faded back, fallen back, and is... She's an observer. She is not meant to engage in combat with you, or... This is your challenge, to clear this place out and find the feathers and the
Cengiz?
Phoenix necklace and be ready for sunrise tomorrow. Oh, sunrise, I do want to mention, midnight to sunrise, once the tournament starts, are safe hours. You cannot challenge someone during midnight to sunrise. Most teams are going to take that opportunity to rest. I'm sorry, Hamna, you were saying Cengiz is doing
No,
what?
it's all good. Cengiz is going to put their trident out to like stop their party, and is going to say, "Give me a second first." And basically, I'm going to activate my incredible scout feat, which is when using the scout exploration activity, allies get a +2 bonus to initiative if we end up in a fight.
Okay.
And so we're...
Yeah, is it safe to say we might have had a chance to refocus, though?
Yes, you absolutely would have had a chance to refocus. It's been over an hour. So you can reclaim any focus points you spent. Also,
Cengiz is just
I'm going to
scout
give...
out.
I'm going to give Dea another hero point for the utter badassery of exsanguinating Cloud. I know I shouldn't be rewarding that in this instance, but it was pretty
It's
awesome.
a very guilty hero point. It's a guilt point.
It's a very guilty hero point. I feel very bad giving it to you, but I'm going to give it to you anyway.
And I will guiltily accept it.
Okay. Are you all taking any precautions while you're looking around? Are you sneaking? Are you...
I'm specifically going to be scouting, so I'm going to be watching for danger at like half speed and trying to like, with my trident out, just like move around and trying to like poke at different areas, trying to see what's around.
I would like you to make me a stealth check, because if you're moving at half speed, you're being a little bit sneaky at least.
All of us?
At the moment, just Chengiz, because Chengiz is the one who's moving around.
26.
Okay. That's not terrible. So are you going north or south?
I will go north. I'm going to follow the path.
Okay. You follow the path to the north. You can move yourself north.
Okay, cool. I'm going to go here.
And you see this mass of webs. And entangled in the webs, sort of half cocooned and bleeding from several spider bites, is a young Triceratops.
Do I see or hear any signs of the spider that spun this web around here?
You make a survival check.
Okay. Yike, 17.
No, you absolutely do not.
In that case, Chengiz is going to turn around back towards the party and is going to quietly motion them over to come, and is going to like point their trident towards the spider web that they can't see.
Okay. Is everybody moving?
Yeah, absolutely.
Stealthily.
Okay, make stealth checks, please.
Cool. I would also like to act magic as an exploration activity.
Okay. I will let you know if you see any magic anytime between now and dropping into encounter mode. Yoona. The least stealthy of the group. Yoona got a 20 on stealth. That's gonna mean initiative from everybody.
Ooh.
You want
I
to
forgot
see?
this. I forgot this last time, but because Chengiz is a gladiator. Oh wait, no, we don't have an audience. Never mind.
Yeah, that is the
Is
thing
our
here.
cow an audience?
Yeah, or is the Triceratops an audience?
Is our enforcer an audience?
The Triceratops is 100% not an audience.
And just so I understand, we have a +2 because of scale.
Yes.
How do we add that?
If anyone is within 2 of the next person, I'm going to just count it as being, +2.
Oh, wait, no, I found it. Okay.
Oh, I didn't know there was a way to do it.
Yeah.
I also added mine.
I also added mine.
Okay, then. Do we have initiative from Chengiz?
Yes, I am 34.
34. Oh, for some reason it doesn't show you as having rolled.
Oh, that's odd. Yes, it rolled 34, right above you.
Weird. Give me a moment. There we go. So, as you move to the north, one of these, you see an enormous spider comes crawling down the web in the front of the building. Yoona, you appear to be right in front of it.
Yep.
I will say that the spider is kind of groggy. But still rolls a 37 with its fangs attack.
That is a hit.
I thought it might be. For 33 damage.
Ow.
And a fortitude save.
Okay. Let's see. It's a 38 on my fortitude save.
You're fine. You see a black viscous substance dripping off the spider's mandibles, but it doesn't. If it bit any into you, you don't notice it.
Sweet.
Yes. Yoona, it's your turn, in fact.
Perfect. I am going to loudly exclaim, "There is a spider." I don't know how we didn't see it because it is gigantic. And I thought that we were good at what we do, but apparently not.
It was sleeping on the roof.
I mean, first rule of adventuring is to look up, right? I am going to draw my weapon and strike at it.
That was a 2, right?
That was a 2. Yep.
Yeah, this thing is the size of a barn, but no.
I'm just very startled. I was already a little bit startled when I stepped on that stick, announcing my presence to the entire temple. And I am startled again now because a giant spider has descended upon me, where I did not expect there to be one. So I'm going to just go ahead and strike again. I don't think that it is going to attack my multiple attack penalty automatically, so.
Correct.
Not a lot. 20, yeah.
It barely gets out of your way.
Yeah. And that is all I can do.
Okay. Another spider
Oh.
climbs down and positions itself between Chenges and its dinner. And that's its entire action, because it slowed because it was tired. It's no longer slowed. It's taken a round to, feel better. And Chenges, your turn.
Okay, so originally Chenges, seeing the semi-cocoon Triceratops, was going to try and let it free, let it escape. But given that there's now a spider in the way, they are going to try and do like a acrobatic flip in order to jump onto the spider's back.
I like it.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll acrobatics. Got a 20.
A 20 to flip onto its back.
Yes.
That is not going to be sufficient.
Okay. So in my failure of trying to jump onto its back, where do I end up? Like, where do I end up landing?
I think you just try to run up its legs and pull a Donald O'Connor from Singing in the Rain. It's actually quite impressive were it not for the fact that you were trying to do something else. But, like, you run up its legs and end up flipping backwards and landing on your feet.
Okay. In that case, given that I just, like, royally embarrassed myself in front of everyone, I am instead going to, so Chengis is kind of get a little bit annoyed, a little bit angry, and in the process of getting angry, they're unable to control fully tamp down the magic that's inside them, and I'm going to invoke the elements, which is going to summon an aura of swirling wind and lightning. So for 1 minute, I gain concealment against creatures that are more than 5 feet away, and any creature that ends in its turn within 5 feet of me takes 1d12 electricity damage, which is a basic reflex save using my class DC or spell DC, whichever is higher.
Okay.
That is my full turn.
Okay. Unleash the Elements is a 2-action thing?
It is.
Okay. Shilong. Chenge is in the middle of a lightning cloud. There's a spider. There's also a Triceratops.
There's also a Triceratops.
I'm not sure you can see the Triceratops through the spider at this point.
Probably not. So Yoona is engaged with this one over here. We're gonna go offensive, I think. So he first is going to get into his fighting stance, going down into the crane stance, and then for his last 2 actions, he's going to reach with one of his claws, and it seems like it's going to slash as this 4th level spiritual weapon is going to go forward and attack the one attacking for 37 to hit.
Oh, that's going to be a big hit. Not a crit, but it's a hit.
Cool. So this sexual call comes out and does 10 force damage to the spider next to Yoona.
Spider takes some damage. Is that your full turn?
That is my full turn.
The Triceratops thrashes in the web and gets a nat 20 on its athletics check to break free of the web. So the Triceratops is now enraged and is going to... let's see. What does this do? It's going to attempt to knock down, or it's going to attempt to gore the spider with its horns. It is going to miss, but just barely. And then it's going to try to stomp on the spider. Maybe it barely. The Triceratops is going to deal some bludgeoning damage to the spider. Yes, so the Triceratops just rages its way out of the half cocoon that's been put up around it, tries to gore the spider and misses, and just raises one of its front legs and stomps down on one of the spider's legs, and you see one of the too many joints in the spider's leg just bend the wrong way. Next up is Dea.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna assume I didn't have my weapon drawn, so I'm gonna draw out my rapier. And I guess, let's see. Spence, would I be are we doing flanking at all?
Oh yeah, flanking is a thing.
Okay. Is the Triceratops considered our ally in terms of flanking here, or no?
Yes, because you're both opponents of the spider.
Okay. Then in that case, I'm taking 1 action to draw out the weapon, 1 action to 5-foot step forward to the spider, and then I'm going to make a strike with my rapier.
Okay.
36.
That's a hit.
6 points.
6
Oh.
points of damage to the spider.
And I believe that's all my action.
It is. Now make your reflex save to avoid the lightning swirling around Chenge's.
Oh. Very well.
Yeah, you gotta stay away from me right now.
I did not.
That does not save.
No.
I'm not going to use a hero point on that.
Yeah. So take 14 damage.
So, Dea takes. It should be 7 damage and not 14.
That was a critical
Oh.
failure.
Oh
was-
my goodness.
It was
okay.
a nat 1.
Yeah. So while you're here, just imagine there being just like a storm, essentially, just all around me. And when you're stuck inside of the storm clouds, you get zapped with lightning at one point.
Okay. I wins.
The spider facing off against Yoona goes. Let's see. The spider is going to back up a little bit. Not quite off the map. And is going to throw a web at Yoona. What is Yoona's AC?
You're muted, by the way.
31.
31. Okay, that was a 36. You are now tethered to the spider. You cannot move further away from the spider than you currently are. You can attempt to escape or force it, or break it with an athletics check or an acrobatics check. And the tether can be severed with a strike, but it doesn't free the restrained creature. Right, because you also now have the condition restrained. And what that does is you can barely move. You are flat-footed and immobilized. You can't use any attacks with any actions with the attack or manipulate trait except to attempt to escape or force open. Basically,
That's
you are
unfortunate.
you are grabbed plus.
Then, is it still the spider's turn?
Oh yeah, it has one more action. No, at this point the spider is going to stay where it is.
Okay.
I don't think the spider is not going to move back to you or anything. So yeah, now it's Yuna's turn.
I would like to attempt to break free from the spider's web.
Okay. That's going to be an athletics or an acrobatics.
I will make an athletics check. Maybe? Yes. I am going to use my hero point.
Okay. I thought that likely.
That is a 38 as I wildly thrash and pull against the web.
Oh yeah, you pull it off you with great force.
Okay.
You are now free.
And I let everyone know you should watch out for the webs. They're quite sticky and might be hard to get out of if you're not as strong and great as I am. And I don't like being close to the spider, but I will stay close to the spider as I move and attack. I think, yeah. That is a 23 to hit.
That is... It's not going to hit the spider.
Great. I am so disgusted by the webs and the spider that
Well-
it's hard to focus.
However, that mute, or that, why did I just say the word mute? Oh, because it was on my screen. That miss. That miss with your flaming guisarme, when you missed, you still hit some of the remnants of the web that was on you, and you see it go up like flash paper when the fire on your weapon brushes against the web.
Noted.
Other Spider's turn. Other Spider is annoyed that the Triceratops is out, but is also annoyed at the person who just stabbed it, and the one in a cloud. So I'm actually going to roll a die to determine who the spider is going to attack. That is not a corgi in the background. That is an adorable Italian Greyhound Jack Russell mix. Her name is Amelia. She is named after a character from Doctor Who. The spider is going to attack Dea. And it's going to be an all-out fangs attack on Dea.
Oh.
First attack is a 38.
That's a crit.
Does crit alter how the poison affects you? I don't think so.
Depends if the poison's from a save or from just
Yeah,
the
no, I know. Yeah, that. Okay, well. So Dea takes 46 damage
Ouch.
and needs a fort save.
Okay. Let me make the fort save first.
Yeah, that's not going to
22?
save.
Okay.
Okay, so Dea is now going to take 10 poison damage and be slowed 1.
Okay. Sorry. How much damage did I take before?
46.
Okay.
From
And
the-
then 10 more from poison, right?
10 more from poison, yes.
Okay. On slowed 1.
And you are slowed 1.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. The spider is going to use its second attack to attack the Triceratops. Ooh. And crit the Triceratops.
No.
Not our friend.
The Triceratops is still up. That is about all I am willing to give it at this moment. Oh, and it has to make a fort save. Okay, the Triceratops made its fort save. And then the Triceratops, or the spider, is going to use its last action to move away from Chengiz. And when the spider moves out of the way, you can see that the Triceratops is just bleeding terribly from this fang wound.
I am going to make an attack of opportunity against the spider as it's moving away from me.
Okay,
And I rolled a 38.
that is a hit.
All right. So it takes 13 damage, and as it's moving away, Chengiz is just going to turn looking like annoyed at this spider and just like jab it really quickly with the trident.
Okay. You poke it. Excellent. And now it's your turn.
All right. Does it look like the spider is trying to like flee, or was it just stepping back?
It looks like it was just stepping back. It still appears intent on these webs are its home.
Okay. And you said the Triceratops is free, correct?
The Triceratops is free, yes.
Okay. In that case, Chungaze is going to once again try to get a running start and jump up onto the spider. We're gonna make it work.
Okay, give me another athletics check.
Is it athletics or can I say acrobatics?
No, a jump is athletics.
Okay. That's fine. It's actually higher. I don't know why I asked. 29?
Yeah. Yeah, that'll
Woo!
do it.
I am on top of this spider. So you see Chungaze kind of be like, okay, you know what? Not this time. And just kind of takes a running start. He actually digs his trident into the ground in order to help him with the flip a little bit and then pulls it out effortlessly as he like tumbles onto this spider's back.
May I propose an additional piece of flavor on that?
Yes.
You are forgetting one of the key abilities of your specific fighter's fork, which is that you can extend it from a 5-foot reach trident to a 10-foot pole arm trident, which means it seems more likely that you would plant it in the ground and then make it grow 5 feet, bringing you up with it.
That would cost me an action, so I would rather
fine.
not if it's gonna cost me an action. But if it's just flavor, I'm down.
Oh, it's entirely just flavor. Like
All right, yeah, let's do it.
It's just you made the roll. It's cooler if you use your item. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, you are now on the thing's back.
All right, cool. Then I'm going to make a dual-handed assault at the spider.
Oh,
37?
That's a hit.
All right. So it is going to take 13 damage. And the way that this works is that Chungaze takes their trident in one hand, just one-handed, and goes to attack. And as they're going to attack, they kind of grab it with both, jab it in even further. And then when they're bringing it back around, they remove their second hand. So it is still a one-handed grip.
Okay. Cool. What did that do in terms of the attack? Because that doesn't seem to have affected your damage.
So it says here that if the weapon has the two-handed trait, which it can, I gain the benefit of the trait and a circumstance bonus to damage equal to the weapon's number of damage dice.
Okay, so you basically got an extra. You don't have the two. It doesn't change the damage dice on two-handed for the fork, though.
No, it just adds a bonus to it.
Okay, so you have an extra 1 damage. I thought you put striking on that fork.
No, not yet. I didn't have enough spaces for it. We'll deal with that later.
Oh, indeed. Next up is Xiulong.
Shilong sees that Dea has been hit pretty bad and like pause and think about it. He's like, she's fine, and then turns around to go help Yoona, as I will start with a spiritual weapon attack as my first action. I should put this on my fancy hotbar. That probably would help quite a bit. It'll be a 22 to hit.
That is not gonna hit.
All right. A little annoyed for that did not happen. We are going to go ahead and we're going to put a. Am I close enough? Yeah, we're going to put a forbidding ward between Yoona and the spider.
Okay. So Yoona has +1 No, +2.
Plus
yes?
two. Plus two. Because I am
+2
heightened.
AC against that spider. Okay. Cool. The Triceratops, down to 4 hit points, is going to make a lumbering charge. At the spider. The Triceratops is going to roll a nat 20.
Can we recruit this Triceratops to our team?
It's our pet now, I'm telling you.
It depends. Do you have a druid on the team who can use animal, whatever it's called?
No.
Okay. So, 36 hit points, or 36 damage to the spider from that, and the spider is knocked up and over on its back.
Wait, Changaze.
So the spider, or the Triceratops, lowers its horns, lumbers forward, and gores this thing underneath, flipping it up onto its back. Changaze, I would like you to just make a damage roll with your trident. You are automatically going to deal damage being on this thing's back.
12 damage.
It does some damage to the spider. And then with its final, it's going to make one last attack. The Triceratops, and if it hits, it rolled from a nat 20 to a 2. Never mind. So you have this enraged Triceratops to deal with. Dea, your turn.
I think we lost Yvonne.
I think we
Okay,
might.
I am slowed, so I'm going to remove that condition first.
Okay.
What? Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm slowed, so that means I only have 2 actions left, right?
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to use first my free action to cast Lingering Composition, and then I am going to combine it with Inspire Courage, so that everybody in 60 feet is going to get +1 status bonus to attack rolls, damage rolls, and saves against fear effects.
Okay.
And basically, I'm going to say, come on, guys, we can do this.
Are you including the Triceratops as an ally?
Yes.
Okay.
And go, Triceratops! You can do it! I believe in you! And then...
The Triceratops goes, "Roar!" It's a Wookiee, apparently. Moving on.
Okay.
You were...
And then my last action, I'm going to cast message at Shalong and say, please heal me.
Oh, what? What? Oh? You hear that? I don't hear anything.
Okay, make another fortitude save as the poison continues coursing through your veins.
Oh, okay. $27?
That's a failure. You take 2d6 poison again, and now you are slowed 2.
Oh, sheesh.
So you take 6 damage, and you are now slowed 2.
Okay.
The spider by Yoona is going to step forward and take a bite. Is going to try. Is going to roll a nat 1. And it's going to follow up with another attack. What's your AC?
It's 31. 32. 33.
Okay.
Sorry, I the +2 from...
33.
Do I hear 34?
34.
Yeah, no, you're good. It misses. It got a 29. And then it's going to start climbing up to the roof over here. Out of your sight.
I would like to use my reaction to make an attack of opportunity,
Okay.
which I do have. It is a natural 20
Oh boy, is it? Yes.
on my attack of opportunity.
Okay.
For a total of 41.
It would have been damage. I thought that was just 4 to hit or 41 to hit.
Oh no.
No, it was 41 to hit.
Oh no, you're right. It is 41 to hit without damage. I keep forgetting that I have to click the damage roll separately. That is the wrong attack.
Yeah, that was your unarmed attack. Much better.
There we go.
So 36 damage to this thing.
That is correct.
Okay.
And 2 of that is fire damage.
A whole 2? And Yoona, it's your turn now.
Oh, okay.
You can just sort of see it poking over the edge of the... I don't know how this thing decides to show it, but it's climbing up onto the roof.
Okay. I am going to cast a spell. I'm going to cast Spider Climb on myself and follow it.
Yoona see, Yoona do. Got it. Okay, so you're just moving up onto the roof?
I am, yes.
It would be really helpful if my battle map actually had a roof instead of just showing you the room that's inside. So we're going to take Yoona into the theater of the mind now. But that's going to be your entire action.
It is. Yeah.
Okay, the northern spider is on its back, pinned between a Triceratops and a Chengaze. It is going to attempt to stand up, to flip itself over. Chengaze, would you like to take an opportunity attack?
Hell yeah. All right. As it's trying to flip over, 31 to hit.
That's a hit.
Chungaze is like, no, you don't, and stabs it right in the thorax. Is that correct? 14 damage.
I think that might be a thing with spiders. I'm pretty sure it is.
Spider anatomy.
Yeah. It does, however, manage to flip over, and how much? It's gonna try to flee. Oh, it didn't make its reflex. Are you still surrounded by a storm?
I am. Yes, it is for how long? Let me just double check. Invoke the Elements lasts for. Oh, for 1 minute. Sorry, that took me a while to read.
It's fine. So 10 rounds. Okay. Well, it took some damage from some lightning. And it is now your turn.
All right, it's fleeing. Chungiz is not particularly interested in like chasing it or killing it because it's leaving. It's not really harming us at this point. Can we hear, or do we know, did I see that Yoona is on the roof with another spider?
You did not.
Okay. In that case, Chingiz is going to turn to look at the rest of the group, and not seeing Yoona is going to run over towards, let's just say here, run over towards Sholong and Dea and ask, where did Yoona go?
You went up the roof with another spider.
Okay, all right, we'll deal with that next then. And Chingiz is going to try and are these walls climbable, or how you said that they're tall?
The walls are about 15 feet tall. They're covered in sticky spider webs. They're super climbable.
Okay, yes, Chingiz is definitely gonna try and climb up this wall.
Okay. Roll an athletics check.
All right, let's do that.
Don't roll a 1.
We'll try real hard. 25.
Yeah, you are able to climb up to the roof. Pretend this is not the inside of the room below, but is in fact the roof.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, cool. And I think that's it for me.
That is it. No, you have one. Move. You have one action left. You can throw your fork.
Yeah, you know what? Why not? Let's throw it. Throw it over at this spider over here. 38.
That's a hit.
And it takes...
Oh wait, it's climbing. It's flat-footed. Yeah, that's a crit.
Okay, I will re-roll damage with crit. It takes 28 damage, and it's clumsy 1 until the start of my next turn.
Amazing. I forgot about critical specializations.
Yeah, so the trident is just kind of like, I imagine that it's kind of maybe like sticking one of its legs to the wall behind it.
Oh no, that's an entirely different critical specialization.
Oh, I see. Never mind. All right.
No, you go right into one of its joints. No, if you with an arrow, that's exactly what it does. Is it literally pins them. Okay. Next, Sherlong, your turn.
Yeah, I look by seeing the spider run away, and then look at Dea, and it's like, okay. I think I'm going to opt for mundane healing, so I'm going to go ahead and move 5 feet, take a 5-foot step, and I have my healer's kit on my belt, so I'm going to go ahead and pull out bandages and an antitoxin. I'm going to go ahead and treat poison as well as battle medicine.
Yay.
That's
so we'll do
2 different actions, right?
Right, correct.
Okay, so you don't have 2 actions because you stepped, you drew your healer's kit.
Yeah, my healer's kit's always on my belt, so from what I understand,
you still have to drive. You're not wearing a bandolier.
Says you are holding a healer's kit, or you're wearing them and have a hand free. So maybe I don't understand that.
No, that's fine. You're wearing them. I'll allow it.
That's cool. I mean, if I have to pull it out, then we'll just...
No, I'll allow it. You can do both.
Okay. We're going to go ahead and treat poison first. Is against the poison effects.
And does that basically act as a save for it, or does it give...
No, it gives her a +2 to the next saving throw, or +4 on a crit. So next time she saves, she gets a bonus to it.
Is a 39... Is it against the DC of the poison?
Correct.
Yes.
Then it is just it's a +2.
Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and do a DC 30 medicine check. Which is crit.
Okay. So how much healing do you do?
I think it's... Just going to double check real quick. I think it's 4d8 plus 30. Yeah, 48 plus 30. Going to take 49 points of healing. And you cannot be battle medicine for a while. For an hour. Or a day today.
Or for a day, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I give you a band-aid.
The Triceratops is not feeling as generous as as Chengiz was to the fleeing spider, and is going to charge the spider. And miss. And miss again. Not surprising, given where it stands. Dea, where to you?
Okay. I noticed that when I cast Lingering Composition, I forgot to do my performance roll. So can I make that?
Yeah, go
Can we
for it.
retroactively roll that?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, skills.
What kind of a
performance.
dick would I be if I said no?
Okay, so 27. What is the DC for this?
On what?
Lingering performance. It says the DC is actually. Let me put this out.
Okay. You had for DC. Standard difficulty DC of a level equal to the highest level target. Okay. This is going to require me to look at the DCs by level. Something a table I never look at. Give me a moment. Oh. There we are. DCs by level. Standard DC of your level. What was the roll?
27.
DC's 28.
Okay, so that's a success. The composition lasts for 2 rounds. So last round.
That's a failure.
Oh, that's a failure. Okay, so
By
it only
one.
lasts 1 round. But okay. In which case, then.
But you still have the
doesn't-
focus point.
Yeah, I still have the focus point. Okay. Then I'm just going to remove my slow, and that means I only have 1 action left. Oh, sheesh, what am I going to do? I think I'll just move slightly closer to the rest of the party. I'll move to here.
Okay.
No, that's my turn.
And make your fortitude save for the poison in your system.
Oh, of course.
With a +2.
Okay.
From Shelong's treatment.
Thank you.
Dea, I don't know how to tell you this. You have reached stage 3 of Goliath spider venom.
I'm going to use hero point
Okay.
to reroll that.
Use your guilty hero point from earlier.
Yeah. Much better.
Much better. Not quite. Oh, no. Critical success. You are back to. Oh, you are cured.
Yay.
Yeah. Because just FYI, if you had gone to stage 3, you would have been paralyzed for 2d4 hours. That would not have ended well.
Did the +2 make it a crit?
The +2 did make it a crit. Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, wait. No, because you included that +2 in the 39.
Oh, so it's just a normal?
Yeah, so it's just normal. You're stage
Okay.
1, which means you're slowed
Okay.
1.
Okay.
And you're going to take 6 poison damage.
Okay.
Next.
I believe that's my turn.
That is your turn, yes. The spider is going to charge Chengiz, bringing your fork back to you.
Very kind of it. I do need that.
Yeah. And it's going to bite at you. For a 39.
That will hit.
I thought it might. I need a fortitude save.
And I got a 38.
Okay, you take 14 damage and you do not take anything from the poison.
Nice.
Yoona. We're going to go to you.
I am going to assume that I need to move twice to reach the spider ahead of me.
Just once at this point.
Oh, okay. Then I will move and I will strike with my polearm. Oops, I keep pressing the wrong button. For a 33 to hit.
That is going to be a hit.
And 21 damage as I just like run up to it and just jab it in the booty.
You run up, you poke it in its spinnerets with a flaming guisarme. And you set, while doing so, a small patch of webs on fire at the top of the door.
I'm unconcerned by the fire and
Okay.
will use my final action to attack again.
Okay.
That is a 29 to hit.
Do you have anything that'll give you +1? No. Nope, that's a miss.
If Day is still no.
Oh, no,
maybe a flank?
Chengiz is flanking with you.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, yeah,
well, all those things.
it's a hit.
And that is a total of 23 damage as I kind of, go on the backswing and poke it in the booty again.
Okay. Yeah, it is badly hurt. The other one is going to flee off into the jungle. Chengiz, your turn.
All right. So the spider is back. So Chengiz is just going to grab the trident and just kind of try and like pull it out and then just stab it right back in.
You're going to stab it back in the holes you just made with it?
Yes. 34.
Yes, that's a hit.
And it will take 13 damage.
It certainly will.
All right. And then Chengiz is just going to go ahead and just try and attack it again.
Okay.
And we're just going to try and get this spider down. Ooh, nat 1, 19.
No. And
Right.
we are not using like the critical miss cards because there's a card in there that says you stab yourself and die.
Oh God, yeah, I'm okay with that.
I'm
okay with not doing that.
Yeah, no doing that. Okay, and you have one more attack.
All right.
No, one to grab the thing, one to stab. Yeah, no, you're good.
Yeah.
You're done. Shilong.
Do I see the spider at all? Do I get a glimpse of it?
A little bit.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and shoot that spiritual weapon up there. See if I
Okay.
get a hit off.
Spiritual weapon moves.
It doesn't move; it just appears. So it's just anything within 120 feet of me. So if it's within 120 feet, I can hit it. Uh, 27.
That's the miss.
Okay. How is Dea looking? Much better?
I am better, but I still have the issue with the poison, so.
All right, we're going to get some more antitoxin to move. See if I can treat poison again with a medicine check. I'm gonna go ahead and hero point that. Great.
The only way you could have done worse.
2 and a 1. What's a failure do? I think there's a crit failure condition.
There is definitely a crit failure condition.
And a -2 penalty to the next save against the poison. My bad. I put aloe vera thinking it's a burn.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you doing?
Not so much with the good. The Triceratops collapses into a heap.
Oh no.
Dea, your turn.
Okay, I am going to. I have 2 actions. I'm going to take out my own medicine kit, and I'm going to treat poison on myself.
Probably for the best.
No, that is just a normal failure.
That is a failure.
Okay. Roll my fortitude, I guess, with the penalty. Oh, not 20.
But you're fine. You are 100% cured. You have.
Am I cured?
You are cured. You have pushed the poison out of your system by force of will and health.
Okay.
I helped it there.
We're back to the spider on the roof. The spider on the roof is going to attempt to run away. Cheges, would you like to take an attack of opportunity? Yoona, would you like to take an attack of opportunity?
I would.
42.
Roll your crit damage.
It takes 18 damage and it's clumsy 1.
Okay. Yoona, roll your crit damage.
Sweet. It takes 4 damage.
Okay. Since you both did this kind of simultaneously, how do you both bring it down?
I like to think that Chungus takes their trident and like trips the spider, and as it's doing that, like cuts its legs to give Yoona an opportunity to get a hit in.
And I can see this coming, and I do like a like swift strike, like that almost lands like behind me, because I'm like, this is gonna get him. This is over. We're too good.
Yeah, this is something we've been working on for a while, actually, for the tournament.
Okay.
Raining.
Well, the spider collapses on the roof. Meanwhile, the fire that Yoona had set slowly spreads down the webs on the door and burns them away. And also burns the webs on the northeast and southeast of you. And I think that's where we're going to call it for tonight, because we're already 15 minutes past when we said we were going to stop. So, we want to thank everyone who took the time to watch with us. We'll be back with another episode in 2 weeks when we'll explore this temple a little bit. Well, they will. I already know what's there. And that is the 10th of September. We'll see you guys then. Please, again, join our Discord. Follow us on Twitter. All of our Twitters are linked in the chat just a little bit up. If you enjoyed tonight, please consider going to our tip page so we can start looking at commissioning some art for the characters and all of that sort of thing. That's pretty much it. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye!